Hey, what's going on, ladies? How you doing? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And thank you so much for getting this audio, because this audio right here, it's going to teach you so much about men, about what men want, about what men don't want. It's also going to teach you actually how to get a guy to fall in love with you, how to get a guy, the guy that you want to really want to be with you. You understand? Because I know how it is for you ladies. I coach, hundreds of thousands of ladies and stuff. And the thing is that, I know you can get a guy to have sex with you. I know you can get a guy to go on some dates with you. You have men who probably talk to you on the street, guys who try to hit you up online. Those things happen. But the issue is, you're like, okay, what about the guy that I want? What about the guy that I'm feeling and he's not calling me back? The one that I really want, who's, things just didn't work out. And, you meet certain guys and you're like, okay, I finally found this guy that I like. And then, things don't turn out the way it does, or the way that you want it to turn out. So with this audio, what I wanted to talk about, is why it's important for you to, learn what you're going to learn in this audio. Also, we're going to be talking about, why you need to actually understand men and how men think, because that's just going to basically make it easier for you to navigate in your dating life. You understand? Also, we're going to be talking about why men don't want to commit. And the last thing we're going to be talking about is how to actually make the guy fall in love with you, want to be with you, want to commit, and all that other good stuff, right? So first of all, the reason why it's important for you to learn this stuff and to understand this stuff is because if you don't learn this stuff, what's going to happen is that you're going to keep making the same mistakes that you've been making, and you're going to be wondering, why isn't things going the way that I want it to go, right? So it's very important for you to understand this, for you to listen to this audio, listen to it more than once if you need to. You actually might need to listen to it more than once, because usually a lot of times when you only hear something one time, it doesn't sink in. But if you keep hearing it, you keep listening to it, and you start to pick up on, what's going on, then this is something that's going to really help you. You understand? And also, if you ladies need any more help, make sure you get my book, It's Your Fault You're Single, Tips on Finding Mr. Right. You can get that at MrLocario.com. Also, get my free audio program, 7 Highly Effective Steps to Finding and Keeping a Man. And you can also join the Bad Girl membership, where you can go to MrLocario.com and click on the members tab, and you become a Bad Girl member, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials that will help you step up your game and help you, understand what you need to do in order to find that guy that you want. You understand? So, overall, this is very important for you to learn the game and learn what this is about. And when we talk about game, and I always got to reiterate this on a lot of, podcasts that I do, is that we're not talking about playing games, right? Nobody wants to play games when you are, trying to date and, fake and be all deceptive and manipulative. We're not talking about that. When we talk about game, all it really is simply is skill and strategy. And it's your skill, the skill you have, and the strategy that you're going to use in order to get the man you want, right? So the thing is that there's a lot of ladies out there who lack a game, who don't have any skills to keep the guy, and don't have a strategy to to maintain the relationship, right? So if you don't have that skill or that strategy, it's going to be hard for you to maintain it, because you might get the guy that you like to take you out once or twice, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from him again. Or you have that guy that you like, and then you have sex with him once or twice maybe, and then you don't hear from him again. So it's like, if you actually want the guy that's going to stick around and to make things happen, you have to have game, and you have to learn the game. And the thing is that, the people that you're trying to attract are men. So in order for you to attract those men, you're going to have to understand them, right? So the first thing we're going to move into talking about is, why you need to understand men and what you need to know about men. And we're going to be talking about, what turns men on and what turns men off. So I have 7 things that turn men off and 7 things that turn men on. And, it's very important for you to understand what men want and what men like, because this is going to make it easier for you to navigate in the game and make things happen for you. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the things that turn men off. And then we're going to get into the 7 things that turn men on. Right. And I'm going to go a little bit in depth in this. And some of these things you've probably heard before, and some of these things you probably haven't. And what I want you to also do is keep an open mind and realize that some of this, when you first hear it, it might not make that much sense to you at first when you first hear it. But when I explain it, you're going to kind of sort of see. And some of it you might not even believe. You might be like, come on, guys don't really think that, or they're not like that. And what's hard about this also, too, is that, what happens is with the dating game, and what a lot of you ladies experience is that you're not really experiencing an honest interaction with guys that you're dealing with, because a lot of guys, they're not going to verbalize or tell you or, let you know or whatever, how they really feel or what they're really thinking. Right. So it's up to you in most cases to sort of pick up on it, because men are not going to really come out and say it. And the reason why some guys don't do that is because they feel, well, if I come out and say this or say that, it might offend her, or it might make her feel a certain way. And I don't want to jeopardize my chance of having sex with her or jeopardize my chance of being with her or whatever it is. Right. So the thing is that if you know about these things that turn men off and turn men on, right, when you're dealing with a guy, he's going to be with you. He's going to be thinking, wow, this girl actually gets it. And that's where I want to get you ladies to the point where you actually get it. Okay. So let's start with the things that turn men off, right? So this is in no order of importance. So number 1 is nagging, right? Nagging turns men off. And when you nag, what's going to happen is that he's going to basically tune you out. He's going to, not really want to hear what you're saying. He's not going to want to be around you, because he's going to look at you and think you're just nagging all the time. Right. So nagging turns men off, because they don't want to be around you when you're doing that stuff, because it's not fun to them. It's not an enjoyable experience for the guy. Right. And now I know that sometimes you'll probably nag because you want a certain thing to happen. You want a man to, do something that you feel like, hey, I want him to do this thing, so I'm telling him to do this thing, or I want this thing to happen. Right. And the thing is that all you need to do when you are trying to express something to a man is you need to really just tell him once. Right. Tell him once, hey, I need you to take out the garbage. Let's say this is a guy who you're dating and he just became your boyfriend, right? But he's, y'all spend a lot of time he spends some time at your house or whatever, and, y'all clean up and do whatever. And you're like, hey, could you take out the garbage? And if you keep asking him, then it turns into nagging. The thing is that men sort of want to do things on their own time. You understand? So they will take out the garbage, but they need to do it when they're ready to do it, and they will make it happen, right? But by you nagging, it almost makes him want to take longer to do it, because also he doesn't want to do it when you're telling him to do it. He wants to do it when he feels like he's ready to do it. So nagging doesn't really help in any way, and it just turns the guys off. And when you do too much nagging, it makes the guy sort of like, back up and not really want to be around you as much as you would want him to be, right? So number 1 is nagging. Number 2 that turns a guy off is questioning his decision making. When you're always questioning his decision making. See, when you're interacting with a man and you're dating a guy, you're with a guy, the guy, he doesn't want to be questioned about what he's deciding for you guys to do or to make happen, because he wants you